Last month, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance issued a blunt assessment of the Middle East, claiming the United States is now Israel's only powerful ally left in the entire world. It was a targeted warning. Vance was signaling that Israel must respect ongoing U.S.-Iran peace talks and stop publicly criticizing the American administration's diplomatic choices. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's response was immediate. In an interview with Fox News, he rejected Vance's framing of Israeli isolation. Netanyahu pointed specifically to India, noting that with its 1.4 billion people, Israel has tremendous support that isn't dependent on a Western capital. This public friction reveals a breakdown in the traditional U.S.-Israel relationship. It suggests that Israel is now prioritizing its own strategic leverage over the appearance of total unity with Washington. Netanyahu has even begun to describe American financial aid as welfare, a label he uses to explain why he intends to stop receiving it. He has proposed a 10-year timeline to systematically phase out the $38 billion U.S. military aid package that has long defined the relationship. For decades, this American backing has been the baseline for Israeli national security, providing both the funding and the equipment for its defense. But if Israel intends to walk away from that financial and military foundation, it needs a massive structural alternative to maintain its security. That alternative began to take shape in February 2026, when Netanyahu and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi signed a special strategic partnership for peace and innovation. Traditionally, this started as a transactional relationship. India acted as a high-volume buyer for finished Israeli defense systems. The new framework shifts toward joint development of advanced military hardware. Israel provides specialized R&D, niche artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and drone sensors. India provides the industrial capacity and factory infrastructure to scale these Israeli designs into mass manufacturing lines. By building these systems together, Israel secures its military supply chain against shifts in U.S. policy, moving away from total American reliance. This integration reaches the workforce. Israel signed protocols bringing up to 50,000 Indian workers to replace Palestinian labor in the construction and manufacturing sectors. They are also merging their financial systems, linking India's UPI payment network with Israel's domestic systems to allow for near-instant cross-border transactions. This bilateral bond is now the core of the I2U2 group, a partnership between India, Israel, the UAE, and the United States. The I2U2 framework focuses on economic minilateralism, prioritizing joint investments in food security and clean energy projects over traditional military pacts. By intertwining their labor pools, their financial systems, and energy infrastructure, these nations are creating an economic interdependence that would be incredibly difficult for any future administration to pull apart. These moves, scaling Israeli tech through Indian industry, are meant to drive a specific economic result. Netanyahu has begun arguing that as Israel's economy approaches $1 trillion, U.S. aid will represent such a small fraction of their GDP that it can be replaced by Israel's own internal growth. This integration is being accelerated by a shared ideological affinity. Both leaders see a natural synergy between Netanyahu's Zionism and Modi's Hindu nationalism. J.D. Vance's assertion that Israel has only one friend left assumes that national survival still depends on a traditional, exclusive alliance with a single superpower. But the rise of geoeconomic minilateralism suggests a different trend. Middle powers are now bypassing traditional hubs to form their own tight, issue-specific coalitions. While the United States remains a critical partner, the depth of the India-Israel alliance demonstrates that Washington is no longer the only architect of Israel's global strategy.